Hello Aquarius, this is going to be a love and relationship tarot reading for you now. Let's see what's coming up on these cards. What does Aquarius need to know about their love and relationship right now? Let's see what messages are coming up. We're ready to go. I've been shuffling these for a while, just loosening them up for you. Let's see what's coming out. For the sign of Aquarius, for love and relationships. 8 of Pentacles. The 2 of Cups. Some of this sounds like or looks like to me like working something out with your person. Queen of Swords. 9 of Swords. This could have been a period of trouble really that you got some good advice on. The Devil card. That's in the past energy. So we're definitely a nicer couple energy going forward so far. Ace of Cups. Yeah, things are really going to improve for you in terms of your relationship. You were given a big wake-up call. Knight of Pentacles. Your person seems like they're headed in the same direction as you. 3 of Pentacles. Towards reconciliation. Hierophant. Towards marriage. Towards making this official. Towards sealing the deal, it seems like. What had to change? Something had to end, Aquarius. Death card at the bottom of the deck. Now, we will clear these cards up with some more tarot, but for now, let me tell you, the Death card is kind of looking to me like something had to come about and end in a really significant way. I don't necessarily see a relationship ending in this reading. Death card does signify an ending, but it was an ending of a really toxic behavior, some maybe issue of codependency even in the relationship, or something that was toxic, something that was harmful to each other, not physically, maybe emotionally, maybe physically, but there was something there that just really would have to end, this behavior, or this like feeling like, you know, that you were just stuck with each other, you were stuck in your circumstances, a heavy energy around your relationship. Look at the way this is kind of changing though, Aquarius. This heaviness that we can see in the deep past or rooted in the most unconscious part of this reading is the 9 of Swords. That's testing mentally, right? And that's guilt, that's anxiety, it's stress, and I feel like that's really motivating you. Maybe you've been worried about this and you've been worried about the relationship, and it's motivating you so much to really work on things. 8 of Pentacles, work things out with the person that you love. 2 of Cups. For people that maybe have ended something and it wasn't just a behavior or a cycle in your relationship or a belief, it was maybe an ending of the relationship. It seems like if that's speaking to some of you, you're working things out and a friend or something has really helped you move your things, see a new perspective. But for the most part, I see this as a reading for somebody who's in a relationship right now that is kind of like going towards something that gets a bit more easy and loving and supportive and harmonious. If you're single, Aquarius, and you kind of got out of a toxic situation recently, I'm thinking even in the last 6 weeks, 6 months, you look like you are about ready to open up for love again. Maybe in the next 6 weeks or so, you're going to start kind of feeling a little bit more like yourself, and you're starting to feel connected to others or attracted to others, or people are catching your eye. So there is like the Ace of Cups is beautiful to see as our upcoming energy, what we're stepping into in the future in terms of love and relationship, more connectivity, more harmony, more fulfillment, and more love. So that's really nice. Queen of Swords, for some of you, I really do see seeking the advice of somebody who has okay, so we wouldn't take anybody's relationship advice, right? Because we have to look at them and say, before taking your relationship advice, are you in a relationship and what do I think about that? What do I want your like situation that you have in your relationship? Or you have to really wonder whose advice you're taking. Like, are they emotionally mature enough to give you advice on your relationship? Okay, but somebody did step in and really guided you, really gave you great advice, and really was able to offer you another perspective. If it wasn't a family member or a friend although I feel like for some it was a really close friend. Some of you are part of an organization or a committee or a team that is really, really supported. It could be just like a work family situation, but anyway, you guys really, somebody gave you some good advice. Others, I'm seeing this being through the aid of a professional that gave you this advice. So that was, you were really able to work things out, which is really great. Judgment card. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards in this reading so far. And I'm going to pull more to clarify now and figure out a little bit deeper if we can get anything deeper from this reading. But this Judgment card is telling me, Aquarius, like you have obviously been given some sort of a huge wake-up call in your life, and you're following it because this relationship seems important enough to you. The wake-up call would have been something like something coming up from the past again, or something that came up from you in another relationship into this one, or in this current relationship, something from the past came up again. And it kind of started to make you feel unsettled, but you knew it was something that you really needed to face and look at all over again. And you know, there was a reason why something was coming up from the surface. We're going to look at what that was for some of you. I see this slow and steady approach being taken by, if not both of you, at least the person you're dealing with right now, where you're going to get back to where you once were or where you want to be at in terms of your relationship, in terms of your goals in your relationship, and you're taking things steady, okay? So we're not, it's no fool's rush in. We are treading more gently, and we're really taking our time and taking things slow potentially for some. Some of you are very much hopeful at the moment, at this phase of your life, Aquarius, for this to look like a baby making, when the 1 becomes the 2 becomes the 3 or something like that. And some of you are hoping to start a family, some of you hoping to expand what's already there. If it's not talking about a physical birth, we're thinking maybe metaphorical baby, launching a business together, opening a store together, whatever it is, something that you're working on together that's really important. And the relationship, you know, for some of you, like this working things out might have come down to this, like, well, we have something else to work on. We work really great as a partnership, business partnership. We work really good as a support system. Some of you might be like in a support system together. I feel like yeah, that's coming up, like you guys offer a real support to one another. The Hierophant is it's more conservative, more traditional. It makes me think about with this relationship that it's probably headed towards something like a marriage or something that feels more traditional. So let's see, we're going to clear up now some cards, and I'm happy to see that the more unpleasant, heavier energies of the reading, the Devil and the 9 of Swords in this position, it's in the past. We are stepping away, at least from the Devil. 9 of Swords is still really subtly influencing things, and you have guilt over something that we may need to let go of. You feel like, I think in the past you fucked the person you were with over a little bit, or you messed up, and you still carry some amount of guilt about that. Let's have a look at the 9 Swords, and let's have a look at the Devil now for Aquarius. We'll clear it up with some more messages. What we're headed into is brighter and more supportive, way more supportive. The dependency just turns into support. 7 of Pentacles and a Hermit in reverse. Yeah, there was a lot of challenges that you had to really consider. Were they going to be surmountable in this relationship? There has been time, and there's been time put into the relationship, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily equate to a healthy relationship, right? Time spent together. Some of you, it's been really long, 7 years, 7 months maybe, but it seems like the consideration was like, are we actually compatible? Like, and not even compatibility, but a lot of differences of opinions, a lot of differences. And you spent a lot of time thinking like, is this surmountable for us? It actually really made you, Aquarius, retreat into yourself. And Hermit reversed is very isolated with the Devil card and the 9 of Swords. You really felt like you had no one to talk to, no one understood you. It was quite a lonely and potentially isolating place to be in while you're still in a relationship, or while you're still in touch with someone, or while you're it taken, quote unquote. Okay, so it seemed so lonely at the time, like even though they were right there. So there was a period of sort of I guess like alienation from the person you're with, or just not seeing eye to eye, and at least you feeling like that existed in the relationship. So look, that's in the past. So let's see what's going up, onwards and upwards. So far it looks like, but it's not just going to happen with the click of the fingers. You're really putting this work and effort and focus into your relationship. Things where we put our focus go well. Yeah, of course. So if we put a lot of focus into work, we'll probably do really well at work. So we need to, at this moment in time, it looks like that our focus is required around our relationship. Let's see, Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Six of Pentacles and Temperance. We've really had to bring it from the Tower to the Temperance really quick, because things were getting out of control. Things were getting really hectic, really messy, maybe even volatile. This does talk to me about some of you getting away from a situation that was actually kind of violent and abusive, and you really were able to get away from that situation for some totally, and really start putting some work into yourself and getting advice from maybe professionals or very trusted friends and people that really do love and support you and want what's best for you. That's great. Tower card. So after some period of volatility in the relationship, maybe this isn't as extreme as anything abusive or violent, or but seems like there's a bit of a period of rockiness, and now it looks Temperance is totally different. This is when we've calmed things. This is when intimate flow and harmony and conversation is flowing between two people, like this liquid here, exchange fairly, flow, no shouting, no raised voices, no arguments, and it's a bit more balanced now, right? Six. Okay, so we've achieved harmony again after instability, essentially. Let's see. Oh, Queen of Swords, air sign, female energy, like the not necessarily female but feminine energy, I should say. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. We're walking into something that's really nice and flowing. What does that look like? Four of Wands. So you have to come to a compromise with this person, because you're not the tradition. One of you is not the traditional type. One of you is defying this tradition, and it looks like we're going to be ending up with more of an outcome that resembles tradition. So Aquarius, if it's not you, then be outspoken and tell the person that I'm not going to conform to this, or this is a bit too rigid feeling for me. Let's look at Judgment. What was this major wake-up call for you? Because I'm thinking like then somebody will get their way and there might be resentment. Let's see how that fits for you. I'm not sure who's who. The Ace of Cups. Okay. The wake-up call basically came and said to you, like, this is it. If we're not figuring this out, like, I need to walk away. There might be something else out there for me. A lot of fears were coming up for both of you. What if somebody else is out there for me? Is there faraway hills are greener, bluer? But you're kind of thinking like, am I emotionally supported here, fulfilled, or is there somebody else that would make either one of us happier? I'm going to pull one more card for the outcome of the Hierophant now, Aquarius. Let's see. What is this message? Nine of Wands. You have to resist, it's saying, some of this constraint and rigidity in the relationship. If you feel like they're always getting their way, one of you in this relationship, if not both, especially fixed signs, are stubborn and fixed, and that's you, Aquarius, especially if you're dealing with another fixed sign. Taurus is another fixed sign, so is Scorpio, so is Leo. So they're two stubborn energies, right? And they're very sure of what they believe to be true. I will talk to you again soon. Bye, Aquarius.